Hello everybody, this is Top Notch 1. We are on Unit 3, page 32. Let's go to similarities and differences. Read and listen, then listen again and repeat. Now, in this part, we are going to talk about how people are similar and how they are different. Listen, please. After listening, you are going to read and record your voice and send it to me. Number 12.
Page 32. Before you listen. Exercise A. Vocabulary. Similarities and differences. Read and listen. How are you similar?
We look alike. We wear the same kind of clothes. We both like rock music.
How are you different? We look different. We wear different kinds of clothes. I like rock, but he likes classical.
Okay, look at this part. When we are similar, similar it means two people have the same characteristics. They have the same features. شبیه بودن we can use we look alike. شبیه هم هستیم we wear the same kind of clothes. You see, take a look. This is a shirt and trousers. The same kind of clothes. Both of us like music. She likes pop music, and the other person in pink dress likes pop music too. Both of them, both have to like pop music. We look different. You see, one of them is thin, the other one is fat. We wear different kinds of clothes. He has worn a t-shirt, shirts, pants, and he's worn a suit. I like pop music, but he likes classical music. In this form, they are similar or different. Let's go to this part. Listen to the identify similarities and differences. And she's going to talk about her family and one of her sisters. Let's see. She's going to talk. You should fill in the ideas based on what she says. For example, are they alike? You should tick this part. If they are not alike, you can tick this part. Be careful, please. Number 13.
Page 32. Listening comprehension. Exercise A. Listen to identify similarities and differences. Listen to Lucille talk about herself and her sister Laura. Check the statements that are true. Explain your answers.
We're talking today with Lucille, who comes from a family of 3 kids. And Lucille, I hear you have a younger brother.
Right, 5 years younger.
And a sister.
That's right.
And you and your sister are twins, is that right?
Right.
You see, they are twins, so you can teach this part. They are twins.
She was born 8 minutes before me. I was the little one.
Well, tell us a little bit about your sister. What's her name, by the way?
Her name's Laura.
Laura. So, Lucille, do you look alike?
We do, actually. A lot of people can't tell us apart.
Really?
But I wear glasses all the time. She only wears them for reading.
I see. Some people say twins like the same things. Is that true for you two?
Well, we both love Mexican food.
So both of them like the same kind of food. You can teach this one.
We always have the same thing when we go to restaurants. And let's see, we like the same kinds of movies.
So you can teach this one too. They like the same kind of movies.
Anything else?
Well, this is kind of funny. Sometimes we each buy almost the same clothes. Not because we want to, it just happens by accident. I go to visit her and she's wearing the same shirt I am. It's always a surprise.
So, how are you different from each other?
Well, Laura's a great dancer. And me, I can't dance at all.
Anything else?
Let's see. Her favorite color is green, mine's blue. She loves football and I love baseball. I could go on and on.
Well, how about musical tastes?
Oh, yeah, I love classical music, but she really prefers pop.
So look, they have different ideas about music. You can take this one. They have different kinds of they like different kinds of music.
I actually play the piano, but she doesn't play any musical instrument. I'd say she's really more of a dancer than a musical person.
And how about your own marriages and families? Are they similar in any way?
Well, we both have two kids. I've got a boy and a girl. She's got two boys. But
Okay, they have the same number of kids. You can take this one.
our husbands are completely different. Not at all alike.
Really? Well, thank you, Lucille Kennedy, for talking with us today about you and your twin sister.
Thank you. That was fun.
Okay, let's go to this part. Listen again for what Lucy says about these topics. On your notepad, use the vocabulary to write sentences about how she and sister are similar or different. For example, about their appearance. Lucy and Laura look alike. Sport preferences, you can talk about what do they like, their family members, their favorite colors. What can you hear? You can write the items here. For example, one of them likes piano, the other one, sorry, one of them likes traditional music, the other one likes jazz music. What about their clothes? Is there if there is anything else, you can complete this part. So listen. Number 14.
Page 33. Exercise B. Listen to take notes. Listen again for what Lucille says about these topics. On your notepad, use the vocabulary to write sentences about how she and her sister are similar or different.
We're talking today with Lucille, who comes from a family of three kids. And, Lucille, I hear you have a younger brother.
Right. 5 years younger.
And a sister.
That's right.
And you and your sister are twins, is that right?
Right. She was born 8 minutes before me. I was the little one.
Well, tell us a little bit about your sister. What's her name, by the way?
Her name's Laura.
Laura. So, Lucille, do you look alike?
We do, actually. A lot of people can't tell us apart.
Really?
But I wear glasses all the time. She only wears them for reading.
I see. Some people say twins like the same things. Is that true for you two?
Well, we both love Mexican food. We always have the same thing when we go to restaurants. And let's see. We like the same kinds of movies.
Anything else?
Well, this is kind of funny. Sometimes we each buy almost the same clothes. Not because we want to, it just happens by accident. I go to visit her and she's wearing the same shirt I am. It's always a surprise.
So, how are you different from each other?
Well, Laura's a great dancer. And me? I can't dance at all.
Anything else?
Let's see. Her favorite color is green. Mine's blue. She loves football and I love baseball. I could go on and on.
Well, how about musical tastes?
Oh, yeah, I love classical music, but she really prefers pop. I actually play the piano, but she doesn't play any musical instrument. I'd say she's really more of a dancer than a musical person.
And how about your own marriages and families? Are they similar in any way?
Well, we both have two kids. I've got a boy and a girl. She's got two boys. But our husbands are completely different. Not at all alike.
Really? Well, thank you, Lucille Kennedy, for talking with us today about you and your twin sister.
Thank you. That was fun.
Okay, let's go to this part, linking sound. Pay attention to linking sound of in does she and does he. For example, while you are talking rapidly, you can say does she. You see, does she have any? You see, does she instead of does she or does he? You can say instead of does he, you can say does he. You see, he sound is omitted. Let's listen together. After listening, you should repeat. Number 15.
Page 33. Pronunciation. Linking sounds. Read and listen. Pay attention to the linking of sounds in does she and does he. 1,
Does she have any stepchildren?
2,
How many stepchildren does she have?
3,
Does he live near you?
4.
Where does he live?
Now listen again and repeat in the pauses.
Does she have any stepchildren?
How many stepchildren does she have?
Does he live near you?
Where does he live?
Okay, let's go to this part. Choose someone in your extended family. On the notepad, write your similarities and differences. You can use the vocabulary on page 32. Write the name of the person and what is the relationship. For example, your brother, your cousin, your grandma, how you are different and how you are similar together. You can write about marital status. It means are you single or he or she is single or married. Occupation means the jobs you have. Family relationships, appearance. You can talk about appearance, clothing, what you wear, likes and dislikes, and abilities. Complete this part, take a photo and send it to me, please. Let's go to this reading. We are going to talk about adults' opinion about their children. Let's listen number 16.
Page 34. Reading. Read and listen.
When adult children come home.
My wife and I recently sent our last child off to college.
It means send off our last child to college. It means their daughter or son has been accepted to university. She is a student at university now.
We are ready to sell the house and travel, but our oldest daughter doesn't have a job and plans to move back home. What should we do?
Most North Americans expect their children to move out of the house at 18, but that's changing. Today, more adult children are returning home to live. Some don't have jobs or can't pay for the high costs of housing. Some are recently separated or divorced. Most are single, but some come home with a wife, husband, or child too. Most parents are happy when their kids come back home to live. However, when a son or daughter can't find a job or is recently divorced, there can be problems. And if their son or daughter is still at home at the age of 35, many parents are no longer happy. In your case, what if your daughter moves back home? Don't worry. If you and your daughter had a good relationship when she was younger, she'll be fine. Help her in any way you can. And it's okay to ask, how long do you plan on staying? Don't treat your daughter like a child. In our culture, adult children don't feel good about living at home, and they don't want to depend on their parents' help. Tell her you understand. Talk to your daughter as an adult. Have a discussion about paying for expenses and helping.
Paying for expenses, it means pay for the food, for the housing, and the money that they should pay for clothing, whatever they have to spend money.
Household responsibilities and chores, such as kitchen
Chore means daily activity, cleaning the home, washing the dishes.
cleanup, and doing laundry. If you and your daughter talk and try to understand each other, everyone will be happier.
Okay, read this part. After reading, record your voice and send it to me. Complete each statement. The parents are worried because their daughter wants to move into their home. Yeah. Wants to move away. No, she wants one of their daughter is coming back home. You see, one of their daughter is coming back home and doesn't want to leave their home now. According to Mr. Ross, most North American accept children to move out of their parents' home when they are, look at here, when they are 18. So we should select this A. Check the correct answer according to Mr. Butts, what Mr. Butts says. What are the reasons adult children are moving back home? They don't have job, yeah, that's right. They get divorced, yeah. They can't afford housing, yeah. Complete this part, tick the answers. What are Mr. Butts' suggestions for father? You see, in this part you can read the suggestions that he makes for this father. To sell house, no. Discuss chores at home, yes. To ask his daughter to find a job, to try to understand his daughter, yes. Not to worry too much about his daughter, that's it. Complete this part, take a photo and send it to me, please. Living at home. There is a survey, it means there is a test about adult children in your country. At what age do children usually leave home in your country? Between 18 to 20, between 21 to 25, between 26 to 30, over 30. It depends on the marital status. Complete this part, please. Tick the answer. What are the reasons adult children usually leave home? They get a job, married, they go away to study, they don't want to depend on their parents. If there is anything else, write it here. Tick the answer, please. How do parents feel when their adult children are living at home? They are happy, they are worried, they don't think about it, they don't want them to stay. Anything else, you can tick the answer here. But I guess they are worried. What do adult children usually do when they live at home? They help with the chores, it means daily activities, cleaning the home, washing the dishes. They help pay for expenses. They look for a job, look for a new place to live. Any other idea, you can write it here. Complete this part, pick the answers, take a photo and send it to me. Write some similarities and differences between family culture traditions in your country and the text that we just read. Look at here, we just read a text. What are the similarities and differences between our tradition and what are the differences? For example, the time that adult children should leave home, how do they should find job when they get married, and what are the differences? You can complete this part, the similarities and differences, take a photo and send it to me, please. Listen to the people talk about their family. Check the box for family size for each speaker. Then listen again and write the number of the children. Okay, you see, for example, Brenda is talking about her or his family. If it is big or big, a small family, you can take the answer and the number of the children that you can find in their family. Write it here, please. Listen to this part. We're going to complete it. Number 17.
Page 36. Review. Exercise A. Listen to the people talk about their families. Check the box for family size for each speaker. Speaker 1.
My name's Brenda. My parents, George and Nancy McCann, live in Houston. My father's an engineer and my mom's a homemaker. I'm actually an only child, so when I was a kid, I sometimes really wanted to have lots of brothers and sisters.
I'm the only child, so she had a small family.
But I was pretty lucky. I had lots of friends, and my parents loved me. So it was okay. And now I'm an engineer like my dad.
Speaker 2.
You want my name first? Okay, Stephen Bartmeyer. I'm 22. Let's see. Well, growing up, I actually always wanted to be an only child. It was sometimes a little crowded around the house with 7 brothers and sisters.
7 brothers and sisters. So he had a big family. 7 brothers and sisters. Big family, 7 brothers and sisters.
I'm the baby in the family, but my mom and dad were great.
Speaker 3.
Leslie Green here. You want to hear about my family? Okay, let me think. Well, there's a bunch of us. Maya, Ricky, and me, I'm in the middle. Walter, Sandra, and Andrew. There, that's everyone. But you know something? We have a lot of fun. We're a happy family.
Speaker 4.
Hi, I'm Jason Sanders. I have a younger brother, Gus. That's it. He's a manager over at PBM. Actually, he lives in Vancouver now, so I don't see him very much. What else? Well, my father's retired. He stopped working 2 years ago, and my mom, she still works.
Okay, you see, they had a small family. Complete this part, take a photo and send it to me, please. Complete the sentence with correct word or phrase. Larry doesn't have any brother or sister. He is an only child. Bob's brother is Ron. They have the same birth date. It means they are twins. John's brother has 2 daughters. They are John's nieces. You see, complete this part based on the information that we studied last session and the information that you can find in the text sentences. For example, here, Teresa's mother has 2 brothers. They are Teresa's uncles. Complete this part, take a photo and send it to me. Complete the questions, use simple present tense. My brother, he lives in Cazo, Peru. Where does your brother live? He lives in Cazo, Peru. My sister, she's a nurse. What does your sister do? She's a nurse. I have 2 sons and a daughter. How many brothers and how many children do you have? How many children do you have? I have 2 sons and a daughter. Cousins? Yes, I do. I have 7. Do you have any cousins? Any cousin? Yes, I have 7. My brother, he lives near me. Where does your brother live? He lives near me. Children? Yes, my sister has 2 daughters. Does your sister has any children? Does your sister has any child or kid? Yes, my sister has 2 daughters. Complete this part, please. Writing. Compare 2 people in your family. Write 6 statements about how they are similar and how they are different. For example, my brother and his wife are similar in some way, but they are also very different. My brother and his wife. You can select 2 people, 2 special person in your family. For example, my brother and his wife, and talk about their similarities and differences. You should write 6 sentences. Complete this part, take a photo and send it to me, please. In this part, we have a tree diagram of Dylan Elliott's family. This is Dylan. Dylan is here. Let's study the family tree. Who can answer this question first? How many sisters, brothers, half sisters and half brothers do Dylan Elliott and Luke Elliott have? Each have. Okay, you should take a look at this part and find the answer. How many brothers, sister, half brother, and half sisters do they have? Ask and answer questions about the family relationship. Use who, what, when, and how many. You should make some questions with who, when, and how many and what. For example, who is Jamie? Gary. Who is Jamie? Gary? You should find Jamie, Jasmine, Gary. Yeah, I guess that's it. Complete this part based on the information that you can find in tree diagram. Take a photo and answer. Send it to me, the answers. Choose one person point of view. Describe your extended family. Okay, you should talk about your family. I'm Locke, Elliot's daughter, and my uncle is Nicholas. Choose one person's point of view. You should select one of them. You should select one of them and talk about the extended family around them. For example, you can talk about Matthew. When you talk about Matthew, you should talk about the whole idea of parents, cousins, brother, and sister. Complete this part, take a photo, and send it to me. Have a nice time and goodbye.